Okay.
What's up, everybody? Off Topic Games here again, coming at you with a Vanguard Zero video. And I know what you're probably thinking, Ryan. You haven't posted anything in a long time. Well, you're right, but we've been recording over and over and over and over again. This is attempt number 4. Fuck this, Kaden, talk to them.
What's up? What's up, you guys? Yeah, it's been quite a while, but we've had some problems, and we're getting there. We're getting there for
I'll
sure.
tell you what happened. Okay, so we recorded, and then I was too soft because I didn't test it, and then I tried to edit everything, and I deleted everything, and I lost it. It was so frustrating. And then we did this again like 2 days ago, and I was supposed to post it today, and you guys were gonna have actually, no, I was supposed to post it yesterday, and you guys were supposed to have content, but I couldn't fix Caden's audio because he was too soft because I didn't test it. But we tested it now, and everything should be good.
Hey, good stuff.
So Vanguard Zero been out for like a week, right?
Yep, yep.
Technically a week, but it came out
Technically,
like a soft launch in Singapore. It's
yeah. So
like not a
technically,
big.
3 weeks, right?
Yeah,
3 weeks.
technically 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How's your experience with the game been so far?
I really like it. It's kind of weird because like we haven't played regular Vanguard in a while, so I'm curious to see like the transition between two. I'll always have that like 5K power in mind. It's kind of weird right now, but otherwise I like it. The game is pretty fun, kind of, and I really like opening packs. Honestly,
I
that's
agree with everything except I
yeah,
think the game is pretty mediocre right now, but I'm just hoping it gets better.
that's
Well,
true.
like
That's
I'm
true.
having fun, but like I don't think the decks are necessarily like super intelligent to play. I don't need to like super big brain my opponent or anything like that in certain things that I really enjoy in some games.
Yeah, I agree. The game stays kind of like off and weird. Like triggers are pretty tilting, but I like how smooth and like streamlined it is.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It's Vanguard on a mobile
Yeah,
game. That's it's like
yeah,
what it
for
has
sure,
to be.
for sure. But
Um,
it's not like area where it's like kind of clunky and stuff.
oh, I
It's
hate
pretty like,
area.
yeah, yeah,
Personally, I hate playing on it, but right now it's kind of like all we
same.
have to test, so it's
Yeah,
kind of whatever. So what we're gonna do is make this like an introduction to Zero for people that don't know. Zero is basically a game loosely based off of Vanguard. I would say loosely. I don't think it's like the main features are there, but like they took out some stuff and added some stuff, so it's like not exactly Vanguard, but it's still kind of
yeah,
the same mechanics.
yeah. It's kind of like with the same characters and same ideas. They just apply it differently and they do different stuff.
Yeah, you like play through the story from like the beginning of the anime and stuff. Currently, Japan is in limit break, which is pretty cool.
Yep, yep.
Uh, and I guess we'll just start when you're starting an account. You're gonna download the game, do whatever. You can change your name whenever, so don't worry about that too much. But I will suggest you re-roll for a good account.
Yep. What does it take to reroll? What do you want?
I'd say like five triples minimum.
Five
Four, if,
triples minimum. That's
four if
pretty
you
good.
think like the triples are insane,
Hmm.
or if you're just
What
like
trip?
tired of re-rolling.
What triples do you want to hope for ideally then?
Let's just take a look at the triples in general right now. So in here, this is the gotcha. You can see everything in the gotcha. If you just click on rate, it tells you what the average chance of pulling things are. So like if you see triple rare is a 1.67%, which is not very high.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty low.
you're lucky if you pull like 2 in 10. I'd say 1 in 10 is pretty average, but yeah, 1.67 is really low. Double R, 5% is whatever. Double rares, like they matter, but they're cheap to craft, and you're not gonna worry about that in the future.
Yeah.
Rares
You don't
common
really
is
need to look for those, right? The double rares. It's really the triple rares that you're looking
nah.
for.
Yeah, triples take
Uh,
almost all your materials to craft. It's insane.
yeah.
A list. So if you've played Vanguard from the beginning, these units are going to sound familiar. If you've been playing V, these units are going to sound familiar, but they're the original cards, and they do pretty much the original effects. So you have Alfred, solid card, not amazing. I wouldn't reroll for it. I wouldn't be like, oh, I have two Alfreds on this account. This account's sick, right? Like it's a good
Yeah.
card.
It's not great. It's okay.
You're
It's okay.
just
It
you're
hits
not gonna
20,
you're
but
not
like
gonna
that's it.
play it after.
Yeah, for sure.
Soul Saber, it's probably like the second best Royal Paladin card right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like rough because it's kind of on par with Alfred, it like based on usage, but it's just a little better
Yeah.
because it can hit 21 and stuff.
It's
It's
like
just also not great.
it's like good right now and maybe good in the next set, but then after that it's done. You don't play it.
Yeah. Yep.
Gamslot, best card in Royals.
Yep. For sure.
Easy
Best
peasy.
card to pull in Royals for sure.
But I wouldn't
It's a
suggest
trigger,
like
so it goes back.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I pulled an account before Gamslot, I'm keeping this account. It's probably not like that amazing.
Yeah, maybe. It's like MLB is like top tier, I think, at this moment, and it's really good. The only problem is you lose if you only have those 4 GAN slots, you lose like a greater pool, and if you pull more GAN slots, it also feels bad.
Yeah, you lose early progression is I think what Kaden's
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah, sorry, that's true.
Like it benefits you so much in the future, but you have like 4 months to get there. Whether it's through crafting materials, whether you're going hard on the MLB banner and you end up pulling more of him, etc., etc., etc. So like good card, but I don't think you're looking for him. CEO Amaterasu, good card. I don't think you're looking for it either.
Nope.
It's gonna be free in like a month.
Yes, season rewards. You'll have to like work for it, but she is gonna be free.
Yeah, and we'll talk about season rewards later in the video. Silent Tom, good card. Very, very
Best
good card.
OTT card right now.
By far.
Card's insane.
You need him to win with it, or not like you don't need him to win with the deck, but for it to be like competitive or like in high legend and stuff, or if we were to have tournaments or something, you would need this card.
Yep.
This card is like a bunch of decks do unfair things. This is the unfair thing for Oracle Think Tank. Coco's whatever. Coco's a good card, but it's like it's not amazing. I wouldn't be like, oh, no. I have 4 of this and my account's insane.
Yeah, you might not even run 4 if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 2 of.
Yeah, like 6K is kind of rough.
Yeah. Dragonic Overlord, it's a solid card. So
solid, really best card in Kagero debatably, which is saying a lot for Kagero.
Blockade is pretty.
Yeah,
up
Blockade's
there,
the next one. Yeah, exactly. These 2 cards are insane.
And then, so this is gonna be free in like 2 weeks. If you just play in Legend and you hit like Legend 30.
Overlord, right?
Yeah, Overlord. You'll get like 4 of it if you hit Legend 30. It's also free in the medals, which you get every time you open a pack. Sorry, there's a car driving by.
That's good. Yeah, you need 200 to get like one of those overlords. The art is the triple rare if you played the original, like back in the day, is the triple rare version. It's really sick. I really like it.
Another interesting thing that I just found out from watching Different Fights stream last night is that you can also get medals as tournament rewards. So Japan has like a tournament feature where you enter, you play 3 rounds, and then you get stuff based on how many times you win. Think of it kind of like Hearthstone Arena, where like if you lose once, you're out. Well, Hearthstone is lose 3 times, you're out, but this one is if you lose once, you're out. But you can get medals from that, which is cool.
And it takes like gems to enter, right?
I think so. Okay. Up next is Blazing Flare, another solid card. I would say it's like a 2 of.
Yeah. It'll get like outdated real fast though. Some don't even play it.
Yeah. And then Blockade is kind of like the winner from these.
Oh, naughty card.
Blockade just like, so there's 2 ways to have defense in this game. It's to have a perfect guard in hand, or it's to have intercepts in the front row. Blockade basically says, I ignore your intercepts in the front row, and I can just go face. Which is super strong, super oppressive sometimes. Yep. Feels like you almost like can't play around it.
You really can't, realistically.
No, not at all. I mean, technically the way to play around it is to have an 11k Vanguard.
Yeah, but like even still, it's still really hard to do because they can still make columns.
Yeah, that's true. But then they have to have like an 11, a 16, and a 21, hoping that they don't hit a trigger.
Yeah, so that's not too hard if you're like
a good deck.
Yeah, well, like Overlord just has it naturally if you kind of bust 3. You can also pop cards and make things 21 ish base.
I'm talking more from like the other decks, so like Osir Kaiser and stuff. Like Novas can struggle to make good numbers while playing like their playstyle against an 11, right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of, yeah. Because like you can't swing unboosted with the rear guard.
Yeah. So blockade is something that you can reroll for. It's kind of running the meta right now with like some Nova Grappler stuff. But this meta is like technically almost over.
True, true. It gets well, like we're halfway through, right?
Yep. And then talking about Oster Kaiser, it's a great segue to talk about the Triple R Oster Kaiser. Solid card for Nova Grapplers. It's not super necessary, but it's good card.
Yeah, you can make budget Novas in this deck, which is in this game right now, which is really cool. You don't need a Surkaiser, but he's an 11, and 11 like matters a decent amount of time.
Yeah,
So.
and I think like budget Novas might actually be like the third best deck in the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. The deck's really good, for sure.
You want to go down? And then Cosmo Lord, doo-doo. Gets better later.
Yeah.
But like you have time
maybe.
to pull and craft for it's really not like amazing.
Yeah. He's getting a cross ride, but we don't know if it's great or not.
Yeah. And then lastly, Brutal Jack, which I think is probably the best triple R if we're talking about longevity wise for Novas.
Maybe. He's your best grade 2 ride for sure. He does cause a counterblast, but he loses restraint forever, so if you happen to be grade locked or it's lives, it's really cool.
And Novas are the only deck with unflipping at the moment.
Yes, that's true.
So overall, I think the best triples to pull are Blockade number 1, Oster Kaiser Brutal Jack in some combination for 2 and 3. I think 4 is probably Silent Tom.
Yep.
5 is Overlord. And then at that point, like everything else is kind of the same. I guess Gancelot for like the future.
Oh yeah. I'd put Gancelot over Overlord just because Overlord can be free.
Yeah, he will be free.
Yeah.
And then looking at doubles, like I guess we'll just talk about them. But like you're not really pulling for them. Alfred Early, solid grade 3, probably the best grade 3 next to Gancelot and Royal Paladin.
For sure, card's insane. It's really good for Royal Paladin.
Yeah, Palamedes, I don't think you have space. It's a good card, but
you probably run it now, just like not a lot of it, because it's free 13k attacker, so it's not bad.
Blaster Blade, arguably the best card in Royal Paladin right now.
Yup, everything's centered around him. So
yeah, Akane is not amazing in this game.
So sad.
She's kind of like mediocre.
Yeah.
Isolt perfect cards. Don't like base how good your account is based on how many perfect cards you have, because you're getting 2 every 2 weeks. So basically, you're gonna get a playset every month.
Yep. For free.
For free, yeah. Just for playing the game.
Yeah.
And then we have Sakya, which Kate and I were actually playtesting this the last time we recorded, but we.
Yeah, that was bad. I like it. Do you like it? The idea?
It was fun. It was fun. We somehow managed to climb, but like, it was interesting.
Yeah. I think it's not bad. It's definitely worth a shot. You should definitely try it.
He's talking about the combo of like Sakya and Black Cat, where like you Black Cat and then just put your opponent at the hand limit. And I will save that for a different video. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I'm down.
Apollon, good card. It's pretty good.
Debatably, I think it's the best grade 3 ride for OTT. Actually.
Maybe.
I like it better than CEO right now.
I think the cool thing about CEO is that CEO is a 14 on your turn.
Yeah.
So like you can make numbers with it.
That's good, but like sometimes she doesn't because you don't have many cards in hand because this game's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just happens
so
inherently sometimes.
It's weird, yeah. But like it's nice that Apollon puts triggers back to the deck, so when you draw your heals, they go back.
Yeah. Maiden of Libra, good card.
Good card.
And any Maiden of Libra clone at this point in the game is really good too.
Yeah.
Dragon Monk Goku, we really like this card. We think it's like your 4th grade 3 in Kagura.
For sure. A great tempo card, just pops. And grade 1s are super necessary.
They are.
So sometimes you just don't see them at all, right?
Yeah, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
And plus, if you're like on Overlord and you're an 11k base and they don't have boosters, nothing's hitting unless they're playing 11k attackers.
Yeah.
Which is like, again, super frustrating. Deluxe Arc Dragon, he hits big numbers, but I don't think he's like amazing.
He's not insane. He's okay. He's very limited. He's like worse Palamedes, right?
Yeah.
So
I think so. Then up next is Aleph, and I think he's like a cheese card, but
he
he's also
is.
really good for like character fights.
Yeah.
And I think like a lot of people don't talk about that. Like a lot of people base their accounts on like how well they can play ranked, which is valid. But I think before you get into like climbing to legend, you have to finish your character fights. So very
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Ideally, you do that on day one so you can maximize how many you do.
Yeah. Berserk Dragon, good card. Counterblast
Good
2, it's
card.
Blaster Blade
That's yeah.
in Overlord, but they don't
But
have the support around it.
yeah, but better because it pops grade ones instead of grade threes.
Yeah. Bari, perfect card.
Perfect card.
Death Army Lady, have you ever wanted to have Osiris Geyser skill live on turn 2? Well,
Yeah.
here it is.
Card's good. Sometimes she does nothing, but she's insane on.
Her and Death Army Guy are both like pretty good.
Yep. Yep.
You probably play more Death Army Guy than Death Army Lady though, just because your grade 1 slot's a little more open than your grade 2 slot.
Yeah. For sure.
Then you have Magical Girl Kirara.
Good card.
Good card, Maiden of Libra clone.
Maiden of Libra. Yep, with unflipping.
Yeah, with unflipping.
Nice.
So like a lot of the times you'll counterblast 2 for her ability, and then like it only costs counterblast 1 or something.
Yep, because Golden Rutile is active too.
Yep. And then Twin Blade are the perfect card. We're not gonna talk about the rares and stuff. These you'll get pretty much for just playing the game. Okay. So after re-rolling, we'll go talk about the character fights actually, because this is something that's important. There are other ways to get cards than just pulling them, and that's through crafting. So those of you who might be familiar with like Hearthstone, Shadowverse, or like other online TCGs, you guys are used to like a crafting currency, right? Like Hearthstone has dust. I don't know what Shadowverse has, but in this game you have crystals. So you have triple R crystals, double R crystals, rare crystals, and then these are negligible. You'll just get too many of these to get rid of.
The book-looking things.
Yeah, to make a triple R, you need 100 triple R crystals, you need 200 double R crystals, and I forget the number of rares. I want to say it's like 500.
I'm not too sure.
Which, for me, I've been farming this account for 3 weeks now, 4 weeks now. This isn't like a lot of materials. The thing that I have the most of is actually in Kagero.
Yep. Because you pulled how many blockades?
I pulled 7 blockades, and normally people would be like, that's insane, you have 4 blockade already.
True.
But you only get like 30 crystals for pulling extras, and it costs 200 to craft. It's not very good. So the biggest thing is getting these to do all the stars so that you can quick fight them and like not have to actively play.
Yeah, you can start quick fighting at rank 12.
Yeah. So like this first one, when using Kagero, it's easy enough. Win within 6 turns. Games never go past 6 turns realistically. Win with 4 damage or less is the hardest one.
Yep.
So just do these 2 the first time, and then if you really can't complete that last one, don't worry, play your best deck, and then try to do it.
Because it doesn't matter as long as you have 3 stars
and
overall.
Then the reason why these are considered very hard is because there's a special rule. Your opponent's units are all going to have plus 2k.
That's so hard.
It is. So if they're like on an 11, they're actually at a 13. You're like basically trying to swing into a cross ride without like 12k attackers and stuff.
Yeah. And they hit over triggers really easily
Mm-hmm.
because they're just 4k as a lane higher.
And they also have like really good RNG where like they'll have a PG in hand almost all the time.
Yep.
And they'll hit triggers when they need to, etc., etc., etc. To be honest, with these, like the 4 damage or less one, you have to get pretty lucky.
Yep.
Like
but you can try over and over again too. Like you don't lose stamina when you lose.
You lose nothing. So just keep trying.
Yeah.
And if you get really sick of it, you can just let the computer auto battle it. And that's how I beat Kamui, because I lost 5 times in a row and I was pretty over it. So I just let the computer do it, and he hit perfect RNG and hit him with a crit when they were at 4, and hit a heal after the crit to put me down to 4. So that was pretty exciting. But yeah, do these every day. You can realistically farm, so it's 10, 10, and then you could probably do like 28 I would say like 28 runs is kind of normal.
Yeah, around there. Without stamina refreshes, of course.
It really depends. Like, if you want to play this game really, really seriously, like I don't, because I think that's insane, you should kind of pick a bedtime to go to bed and a time to wake up and play.
That's insane.
And like,
Unless you're already set on the schedule, right? You can just do it.
Yeah, if it like works out, it works out.
Yeah.
But like, you have to kind of math out how long it takes for your stamina to full refill, and then you kind of like base your sleep schedule around that.
Yeah. For us, it's a little hard because the day resets at 2 a.m. for us. So
Yeah,
it's just not
baby.
easy. Yup.
I think West Coast, like, the day starts at like 5, which isn't bad at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's like pretty normal. But yeah, so do these as soon as possible so you can keep grinding these shards. Another thing going on crafting, I actually don't think you should craft anything right now, like, period.
Yeah, I agree. It's better to usually just save it for like later on in the future.
I don't care if you're like, oh, I just need one more blockade and I have 4. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Having that extra copy doesn't change the fact that you might pull it on the next gacha, which everybody should be pulling on. That gacha is good. The 2 decks in there that are like the best will be the best decks, or will stay relevant for a long time. Personally, I think everybody should pull on that banner.
Yep. And this banner isn't a different gacha, right? It's just added into the pool that we currently have.
Yeah. Sorry, let me pull up my calendar, actually. Alright, guys, so, sorry about that. There's just some minor technical difficulties. So, there's actually a really cool page on Facebook called Black Rose Musketeer Drevlin, and they reveal a lot of Japanese cards and translate them to English for us to see. Well, I mean, they kind of just take it from the reveal streams and then will translate it for us. So we kind of get a sneak peek of the future. And they made a really cool calendar that I'll have in the video like now, showing kind of based on Japan when we're getting what. So if you see here in April, this is where we're at right now. Blaster Blade is the rank fight season reward. There's really nothing much to say about April other than it's just what we have right now.
Yeah. It's also halfway over, so like,
yeah,
we'll be done soon.
Which is nice. I'm pretty excited to get out of this. I haven't been grinding as much.
Same.
Up next we have May, which we have it introduces just more support for the current clans and Bermuda Triangle.
Yep. I'm excited personally.
Kaden has fish boners.
Yo, Riviere. So... Yo, hey, Japan's getting that alt-art Riviere. It's sick. I'm grinding for that.
And you get sleeves too of it.
Yeah, debatably, I don't roll super hard for this set just because that exists. Debatably.
Well, I mean, are you not gonna roll for like Risers
or
Tsukiyomi?
Like, of course I am, but like, cause like I have to grind hard for Overlord.
Yeah.
But Riviere, so.
So, in this set, we're gonna get Garmor and Galahad for Royal Paladins, Waterfall and the Amber Dragons for Kagero, Tsukiyomi and Imperial Daughter and Uriel for OTT, and then Risers and Blouse for Nova Grapplers. If we go based on the meta in Japan, Risers and Tsukiyomi are going to be the best, unless Eclipse is nerfed already, or unless Eclipse is not nerfed. But I kind of assume they're going to nerf him immediately.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, I think it doesn't make sense for them to release him unnerfed for like a month when they kind of had to go and fix him, right?
Yeah, kind of. Do you think that'll be the same for all types of nerfs? It'll just stay for English?
Maybe.
It like depends on the fairness that they feel about the card.
Yeah, so like D-Police might be fair when they first come out, but then they become really bad later, so then they had to introduce a new mechanic to Dayusha, right? To make him better.
Yeah.
So, but I think like when something's too strong in the beginning, it doesn't make sense for them to not let it be like, or to not just fix it immediately.
That's true. I think I agree.
Right? Different for buffs and nerfs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. It's Bushira. They'll figure it out.
Yep.
And then the rank fight season. So from the 1st to the 15th, we're gonna have Overlord.
Yeah.
Which
all
is...
grinding for that card's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And then Tsukiyomi will be the last half of the season. Or sorry, Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, yeah.
And then we have June, where they introduced Dark Irregulars, Pale Moon, and Deep Police, and I believe Pale Moon is the best out of those three, and it kind of sits in the middle between Perfect Riser and Tsukiyomi during that meta time.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, and I forgot to mention like events. So Grand Blue will be the season event, or sorry, will be an event in May, like how it was in Japan, and Grand Blue is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I really like their mechanic right now. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And then Spike Bros will be the season event in June, maybe.
And
Again,
what exactly are events?
So like basically, there's like a game board, and then you spend your stamina, and you get rewards for doing dailies, and then you can like spin so many times around the board, and you get cards for these events, and etc. 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 Because we don't have them in English right now, I don't really have a good way of showing you other than to go take a look at Different Fights channel where he explains it.
Okay. But they're not like packs that'll stay relevant, stay there forever. They go away.
They're not packs at all.
Oh, okay.
So like you're just earning the
That's
cards.
Cool. I like that a lot.
Yep. And then so Perfect Riser will be the first half of the season for the ranked rewards for hitting legend, or not for hitting legend, but for like grinding in legend.
Yep.
And then Reindeer will be the second half, which is kind of resident sleeper, but it's okay.
She's good though.
Yeah, she's good. And then July is when stuff gets like pretty spicy.
Yes.
July we're getting MLB Dote, OTT Witches, and Beast Deities.
And Shadow Paladins.
And Shadow Paladins. I totally forgot about that.
That's your plan, right?
Yeah, as you guys know on the channel, that my main is Shadow Paladins, but they're kind of expensive in this game.
Yeah, but they're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, PvV. That's why I'm like, excited for that coin.
Oh yeah, for those of you guys who have been playing Vanguard from the beginning, sorry I might say this a lot, but the box art, or not the box art, but the art of the PVD that you can pull is the SP art, so the alt art.
The sick art.
Which will be really cool. And then PVD will also be a medal reward starting in July, if the same thing follows. And then Neo Nectar will be the event. Alice will be the first half of the season for Legend rewards, and Starcall Trumpeter will be the second half. And Starcall Trumpeter is good.
Yep, they're both good.
Mm-hmm. And I forgot to mention about the clan pickups, which I assume is just clan rate ups. So in June, Bermuda Triangle will be rated up, and then in July will be Royal Paladin, Kagura, OTT, Nova Grapplers, and Shadow Paladins.
How long will it last for around?
I think it says 3 days.
Okay.
At least that's how it was in Japan.
Nice.
And then this is just for like the first kind of the first 4 months, and then after that, Japan got Limit Break. So, interesting question. Do you think Bushi will delay Dota and MLB and introduce Limit Break before them? Like how they did in the English in the English box releases.
You know, right now it makes sense just because like how not great they're doing. It's really funny.
Yeah, like MLB and Shadow Paladins are just running the meta in Japan apparently.
Yeah, and the limit breaks like not if they're pushing behind. I feel like kind of okay with it, but I really don't want it. Just because MLB and Dota. I don't think so. Just because like Shadow Paladins get introduced at the same time that MLB does. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they can delay Shadow Paladins.
No, I think they would lose. Like, I think people would be really mad.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't think they'll swap it. Unless they do something really, really weird.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it for the calendar. So I guess back to 0 on the screen. I guess we'll talk about VP now, and then we'll talk about ranked. So VP, you get rewards based on, you can see my screen now, right?
Yep.
Sorry, that was the technical difficulty from before. So these are all the rewards that I've gotten already. As you can see, you get packs. These room coins don't really matter unless you're into that. Big one, 100k VP, you get a Sentinel token. That's just a free PG. More packs, and then
of your choice.
Yeah, of your choice. You can even hold it for like future ones.
Yep.
And then at 500k you get another one. And then the next big milestones are kind of like the million for 3 packs, and then the 1.2 mil for 10 packs.
And then after every 100,000, you get an extra pack if you want to go further.
Yeah, if you want to like super grind.
Yeah.
I think everybody's main goal is just to hit this 1.2 million, and I think you should also make it yours.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just 10 packs for free.
Yeah. Overall, once you get 1.2 million, you get like a total of 15 packs, 2 PGs, and other stuff. So that's pretty worth it to grind for it.
And if we take a look at ranked, I'm Legend 4 right now, not a big deal. Let's see, season rewards. So these are what you get for like progressing in Legend. So I got Blaster Blade sleeves for hitting Legend 3. Gonna get Gancelot sleeves next. Pause. You get a Blaster Blade for hitting Legend 10.
Yep.
So any season reward card, you're gonna get a card at Legend 10. And then that goes on until Legend 20. And then same thing with Legend 30, you're gonna get one.
Yep.
I think it's every 10.
It is. Up until a certain point, I think.
Oh, you don't get it for 40.
Oh. Maybe I lied. Is there one for 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if we look at rank rewards, this is for being a certain number rank on the ladder. So if you're in the top 1,000, you get an SP. SPs in these games are like animated in the background, I guess.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, some look really sick. So top 1,000 gets 1, top 100 gets 2, top 10 to 4 get 3, third is 4, second is 4, first is 4.
And we get some trophies and banners. And
yeah, good luck grinding in this game if you have like a life.
It's hard.
Like Legend 104, this is insane.
Yeah, this is like a weekend release, basically.
No, this is nuts.
Yeah, it's insane. By his rate, he's going to like maybe Legend 300, which is insane.
Yeah, like this is insane. This is nuts.
Yeah.
Me,
Shoutouts to this guy,
Legend
honestly.
4, and I'm not even top 10,000. That's how many people are playing right now.
Not top.
Or sorry, top 1. I don't think I'm top 10.
Oh, really?
And I guess we'll talk about deck building now, because deck building is kind of interesting in this game.
It is. It's very different from regular Vanguard.
I think this is kind of like the fun part, because regular Vanguard kind of took like the interesting deck building out of it. Right now, Vanguard's kind of just like slap 4 of these good cards in, slap 4 of these good cards in. Unless you play like Bermudas, then there's a little bit of deck thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we can
That's
just take a...
kind of true. The only weird thing is this game like just started, so that's why you have more choices. But as time goes on, you'll definitely start seeing more easier,
more streamlined decks.
Yeah.
So if I hit build deck, this is my Kagura deck that I've been working on. So you can only have 13 1s, 13 2s, 13 3s, and that's your deck.
And 1 grade 0.
And 1 grade 0. So it's 40 cards, if my math doesn't fail me.
Yeah, nice.
So, and then another big thing is that your grade 3s are actually your triggers. How do you
13
feel
triggers
about...
total.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't like it, if I'm being honest. But like, what are you gonna do? There's not too much you can do, but I just don't really care for it.
Yeah.
Mulling is so weird, because like, you want to put triggers back, but you kind of need a 3 to play.
Yeah,
So
Mulligan
it's just
might
weird.
be like the first learning curve you have to go through in this game.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's interesting. You'll definitely like think a lot about what you have to play, and then like you'll feel out what you like.
For sure.
Like Gojo, I like him, but he's kind of not really doing anything right now.
Yeah, I think you take him out eventually, if not already. What's weird or interesting in this game is that you can only have a max of 9 of a certain trigger, and out of the 13, so you can only have like max of 9 crit. Heal's limited to 4 as always, but
because that's cheating.
Yeah. what's interesting about this game as a whole is draw triggers are way more impactful than normal because you don't get drag checks.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
Um,
I didn't like set my triggers for this deck at all yet. I haven't played
oh,
it.
that's good. And then
Uh,
like
Realistically, it
it's
would look
really
something like this. Or no, sorry, these would be
that's true.
stands.
Yeah, it's really weird because stands and crits are so much more equal. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
very debatable in my opinion. Certain decks you run certain things, and like sometimes one is just better than the other straight up.
Yeah.
I kind of like that because you don't just like always go crits. You kind of have to like think about it more.
So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is VP farming. So VP farming is a method that people play to just gain VP without actually having to play the game. Because the amount of VP you get per ranked game is 2,000 regardless if you win or lose. I'm not sure if Bushiroad will change that in the future to like deter VP farming, but I don't really think I don't really care about VP farmers. So I don't think it's a problem.
It shouldn't be.
Um, so essentially, what you do is there's two methods. If you're like AFK auto clicking it, you play your lowest like power starter, and you play Cray Elementals to
Yeah.
let them know that you're like not looking to kill them. These should be crits and stands. That's my bad. And you just constantly pass turn back and forth until
Yeah.
like they
Preferably
kill
you
you.
don't run PGs or heals, right? Because you want to make
No,
it as
you
fast as
yeah
possible.
you shouldn't. You're literally just trying to
Um,
look into get as many games as possible.
yeah. Some people they start with the 6K and then they in their auto clicker they automate attacking because if you face an auto clicker as well, the game will go on until someone decks out, which takes forever.
Mm.
So they auto that in so that it doesn't happen. So the 6K will always hit over something, and the game will end in 6 turns.
That's pretty good.
So that's yeah, that's another thing that's pretty good that people do.
I don't like super promote auto clicking. I don't think it's a problem right now, but in the future, Bushiroad may just ban people for doing it if they find it a problem.
Yeah, that hasn't happened in Japan yet, so we don't really have anything to worry about. But it's definitely a good thing to think about, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
I
really
do
isn't
it.
a problem though,
Yeah, I do
right?
it, but I don't do it like a lot. It's mainly just like during crunch time when like I'm at a decent legend rank for myself and I just want to hit the 1.2 mil because 1.2 mil is
Yeah,
a lot, and I think Bushiroad should actually like lower that.
yeah, yeah, kind of. I mean, like some people hit it naturally, but and we'll see how that goes when the season becomes 2 weeks again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do think it's kind of high.
Yeah. And then lastly for this video, we're gonna actually end it off with a game to kind of show you the pacing of it, just so like we
Getting into
can.
ranked.
Yeah, we'll play a ranked game, and if I win this one, that means I can't VP farm for the night, and I have to actually hit the next legend rank.
It's not really true. You can just
What are we playing,
screw the
Kaden? What are we playing?
20. My default's always Cargo, but like
All
pick
right,
what you
we'll
want.
play Kagura. Whatever.
You can test OTT again.
No,
I'm
no.
down.
You know what? I feel like the viewers would want to watch OTT.
Hey,
I feel like I have
let's
some sort of
go.
connection with this deck. It's okay.
4 PGs must be nice.
Hey, don't worry about what I have. Worry on what you have, dude.
I
That's another
do
thing.
worry.
Play this game at your own pace. If you don't want to spend money, don't
Yeah,
spend money. It's pretty free to play. If I'm being quite honest, I'm $20
it
in, but like we're not
it
going to talk
is.
about that. That was a stream there. Oh, I forgot to mention, I stream on Off Topic Games VG or twitch.tv/Off Topic Games. We have a VP farmer. Oh
No,
no.
no, no. Read it, Ryan. Read it correctly.
A free win from me from you to me. Ah,
Yeah, I played this guy before. How would you like to mold this in?
probably like just this. Maybe
I think
this.
that's correct. Yeah, you can argue that one too, but otherwise, I think that's right. Go for
Whatever.
it. Ah, that got worse. Feels bad.
I wanted Black Cat.
Yeah, we don't have it, unfortunately. Oh, even worse.
So a cool thing in this game is you can go to your settings and turn off all your animations, but I guess we'll leave it on just for you guys to see.
Nice.
I really hate this because it makes the game go really long, but it's okay.
I'm okay with it.
So you can place this kind of wherever you want. I put it behind my Vanguard normally.
Yeah, I think it's correct right now.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any boosters, you're going first, so he'll ride
And
anything.
we just pass. So now, when you go second, you draw 2 cards per turn.
I really like
one.
that change.
Yep. So yeah, this is a VP farmer. He's just passing turn to
Oh,
me.
sick! We take those free wins though.
Yeah, we get a win on stream. We'll just ride our Wiseman. Good old Wiseman.
So good proper etiquette for this, if you're
Is we
playing
just
against a
go
VP farmer, is
aggressive.
just go aggressive. Yeah, because he's not gonna do anything. He loses. Period.
We'll place on top.
Yeah, because it's trigger. The stand won't do anything for you probably, but oh, you can play for it. Yeah, down.
That's why I called it before calling the Wiseman. So now we can swing Wiseman. Hopefully he doesn't hit damage trigger. He hit a damage trigger.
Yeah, so that's just like one of those things about Vanguard. I mean, you're gonna hit a trigger, but the stand won't do anything.
So technically, it's correct not to boost.
Yeah, yeah, but you don't have to boost. It's kind of debatable.
I think
because
against Kagura,
no matter
I
what,
would boost, but you know what? I want my stand trigger to work, so I'm boosting this thing.
yeah, no matter what, you'll only deal 2 damage in this situation. So you can save the booster and not boost.
Yep.
What's funny is technically, if you were playing normally, you could ride Blaster Dark and pop it.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to totally mention this, but you saw as he took damage, he gained 5k power. So he went from a 4, he technically went to a 14 because he hit the damage trigger, which is plus 5k power on top of that. So now we're just gonna ride you.
Ryan scrubbed out because he's supposed to ride Ama because it hits numbers.
This is fine. Oh wait, yeah, it's okay. We're just going as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Alma wouldn't hit numbers if I call my hand. Like if I call out like this, it's not gonna hit numbers.
But like she will, so.
Will she?
Mhm.
Oh wow, look at me! I play 4 draws.
I mean, sorry, I mean like just in general. Just in general, she'll hit numbers. Right now, the number doesn't matter, but eventually it will matter. That's what I mean.
Oh, I didn't put the trigger on my Vanguard. It's okay.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, he's still taking 1 damage. Man, those damage triggers though, pesky.
Yep, yep.
He's pretty
So
good at
usually this takes like less, but because you're hitting more triggers, it just takes a little bit longer. But we can't complain because free wins, right? We have to take it.
Dude, there's a thread on like the... Was it on Vanguardians or was it on the global page for Vanguard 0 where somebody was complaining about VP farmers?
Oh, that's usually it's on what is it called? Vanguard, the Vanguardians, the Facebook page. A lot of people are like surprised that people are
So
both.
weird.
I'm
It's
like,
so
wait,
weird
why?
to me.
Oh, awkward. Can't call Dark Cat. I mean, you can, but it doesn't matter. He's at 4. Just swing sides and you win.
Yeah. So he's gonna be a 14 because he's gonna hit another trigger. Oh, he didn't. Oh, but that's the ranked reward one. So he's like legend, legend 10 at least. I don't know why Wiseman has an animation. I should have sung Amma so they could have seen the animation.
It's because it's the last damage, right? Or it went through.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, it's unfortunate that you guys got to see a free win, but it's okay.
That's just like what happens, and it's good to know.
Yeah, we'll have like more gameplay for this game
For sure.
at some point.
And hopefully more tips and tricks about this game getting better and so forth.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of small things that people don't do that I myself don't really do that we can like kind of pay attention to and make ourselves better.
Yep. Hit triggers, baby.
Hit triggers. Oh my god, people are yelling in the back. Sorry guys, I have like people over, so if you're yelling in the background, it's not my fault. But what would off-topic games videos be without background noise, huh?
You right though.
Where's the controller?
Yeah, where's Melee? Hey, let's go.
Speaking of melee, you want to play Netflix?
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright guys, that's gonna end the video for us. Hope to see more content. You'll probably see this after the Vanquisher deck profile. But yeah, there's just some stuff in the future coming up, and we'll let you guys know more. See you guys.
Shoots.
Hey guys, this is Ryan from Off Topic Games. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like content like this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We've been gone for a while. It's just extenuating circumstances and whatnot. With this whole corona thing, I've been trying to do more streams and online stuff. We do a podcast every now and then. I'm not sure when the next one's going to be, but we're trying to figure that out. Shoutouts to Different Fight, Black Rose Musketeer Drevlin, and VG0meta.com for all the info and the sources that we use. Yeah, if you like stuff like this, please let me know in the comments. I know the mic sounded kind of echoey, and I'm trying to work on that. I swear my mic's pretty good. I think I just have weird settings on it right now. But yeah, look forward to seeing you guys in the comments and stuff. See you next time.